With the stands, then, these all just pretty much, with the exception of the bench dog, they're just an open leg stand made of either tube steel or angle steel. Really nothing fancy to them, but they're nice if you can get them. You can, nothing says you have to do this. You can build your own cabinet. In fact, we have plans on Wood Magazine. We've done a number of router cabinets and stands over the years. So you can build anything as simple as, you can build one out of 2x4s and attach your top to it. You can build one out of nice plywood. You can made it out of all kinds of, curly maple if you want. Anything you want just has to hold the router up, hold the stand up, and get it to the height that you want. The nice thing about these kind of stands is they either have leveling legs, which will level it to your floor and get it so that you're not rocking, or they'll have casters, which some of these do. The Rocklers, I think, here have casters on them, and that lets you keep it portable and move it around. Make sure that if you do that, you make sure that you got locking casters on all 4 of them so that you can lock that in place, because a router table will want to move sometimes on you as you're routing, so get that good and locked in. Some of them, like the Incra and the Woodpeckers, have casters on one end, like 2 casters up here, and then a kickstand caster on this with some leveling feet. Those work pretty well on very, very smooth floors, but if you have any rough floors at all, those don't really work well. So if you have to move it a lot, that's not necessarily a good option. But you could do that on any stand. You can put it on a cabinet stand if you want. The Craig stand, one of the things that's unique about it that I really like is that it's got a lot of holes pre-drilled in it so that you can do different heights. And as I said earlier, I'm a lot taller, so I like mine tall. This one's set pretty low, but you can take and just repositioning where those bolts are at, you can raise that thing up. And I've got mine at home, and then I have it on casters rather than this, because I have a Craig table, and it's about, I want to say about that tall for me. So it's perfect for me that I don't have to stoop over. So this one gives you a lot of flexibility in that, than being able to do that. And if you like the Craig stand and you say, oh, I like it, but I'd really rather have the Jessim or the Woodpeckers, again, like we talked earlier, this is a la carte. You can buy their top and fence and all that, put it on a Craig stand, and it will all work out. You might have to do some of the drilling yourself to match it, because this top is pre-drilled to fit this stand, but you can certainly drill it and screw it yourself on there. That's not a problem. We're all ingenious woodworkers, right? We can figure those things out. So, or you can make your own stand and then raise it up however you like. When you're working with a stand, the main thing you want to keep is access to the router is critical, because you've got to get in there to either change bits or to turn it on or off or whatever. So keep your options open on the router stand. So if you do enclose it in a cabinet, make sure you can get to it. So if you don't have, say, a router lift where you can bring it up and change bits on top, if you've got to bring it out, then you got to be able to get into it from underneath. Or if you have it just secured to the plate, and you could just lift it. You could just lift the router and plate up, and you could change bits, put it all back down in there like that, and you can be good to go.